Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and today I'm starting off a new series called From Zero, where I play through Warframe from the very beginning again, kind of like I've done a lot of times before, except this time I'm going for it kind of like my old beginner guide series, and I'm just teaching you guys along the way about, what I'm doing and what I would be doing as a more experienced player going through the game, again, pretty much, because you guys were asking for a lot more beginner guide content, and with this year's beginner's guides, I was really overworking myself with trying to script them and whatnot, because, I'm trying to go for more quality, but still have like a set amount of videos. I think it was like 53 beginner guide episodes that I wanted to get out this year. And, I just overworked myself. I was trying so much to get the really high quality beginner guides out. I burnt myself out. And of course I'm burnt out in Warframe as well, because there's not that much to do. So I thought, hey, let's just make a really, really relaxed series and play through Warframe again until there's more content, so I can jump back onto my main account and then feel a little bit more motivated to play, so to speak. So I was originally supposed to be starting from the prologue, but for some reason it has given me my Paris, my Scana, and my Vault. Because I've logged in to try recording this series before, this was my 4th day logged in and I got a reward, so it just plopped me into my ship with the Paris, the Scana, and my Vault Warframe. So it's convenient that, the choices that I have right now are the choices that I would have made, in the prologue. But, I just thought that was a little bit weird. So I guess what we're going to be doing in the first episode is progressing through not the once away quest, the worst prize quest, and getting this done. So we just activated our arsenal, and if you're new to Warframe, this is where you're going to come to customize your Warframe, upgrade your weapons, upgrade your Warframe, all of that jazz. You're going to be introduced to, obviously, our color palettes. If you go to these little selections right here, you can go through, you can see that literally everything is locked because you need to have the premium currency platinum to go ahead and unlock these, all the different colors and whatnot. But you can go ahead, you can scroll through here, you can see some of the Tenogen stuff, which is skins made by other creators on Steam and whatnot. And obviously there's Tenogen skins that are really, really cool looking, and then others not so much. And you've also got the deluxe skins that are made by Digital Extremes, which you can buy for platinum. If you're playing on console, you're going to be able to buy the Tenogen skins for platinum, because of course Tenogen is handled through Steam. So like whenever you're playing through Steam and you're making a transaction buying a Tenogen skin, then some of the money goes to the Tenogen creator, the person who made the skin, with the assets that DE have kind of provided them, the meshes and whatnot. So pretty cool system, but we're not going to be focusing too much on that. This is going to be a completely free-to-play account that we're going on, and I'm just going to be talking about basically what I would be doing. So I guess let's try to get through a lot of the stuff as fast as possible. I'm going to go ahead and put myself on solo because I don't want to be running into other players, because I do feel as a, I guess, more advanced player that whenever you're running in a squad, I feel like a lot of players, unless they're super experienced, they tend to hold you back. This is a spy mission. And before we move on, if you guys want to go ahead and take a look in the description below, you can see my settings. Now, I have changed up my sensitivity because I put my DPI up to 450 rather than 400. But down in the description below, you can see all my in-game settings, display settings, all that jazz. And yeah, just in case you guys were wondering how I move so fluidly, I guess. Now, I haven't played Warframe seriously in about, I don't know how long, a couple months, maybe 2 months, something like that. So I might be a little bit rusty in terms of my aim and my parkour and whatnot, but that's why this series kind of exists, to get myself back into the flow of Warframe, right? Because I feel like I have to do this every single year. The content drop that we have right now in Warframe, I don't like saying content drop because there's a lot of content in Warframe, but the meaningful content drop for veteran players, I would say, it's probably a better way to put it. It's the worst that it's ever been, in my opinion. Like, it's really, really bad. I'm logging on the Warframe and I have absolutely nothing to do, no motivation to play outside of doing the recent Nightwave challenges that I had. So Nightwave is a system where you get like daily challenges and whatnot. that you can progress, and it's got different seasons. It's kind of like a battle pass. It's a little bit I would say. I'm not the biggest fan of it, and I'm probably gonna have a video coming out talking about my overall thoughts and feelings about Nightwave coming up this month, I want to say. But it's not a system that I want to say took off well, is probably the best way to put it. They didn't get it right first time around, but there's definitely potential there for them to get it right the second time around if they take all the feedback on. And of course, like, somebody who plays this game day in, day out, and also I'm going to show you guys a cool skip right here. If you want to skip the dialogue, go to Appearance, go to Captura, choose a scene, load into it, and then once you're in here, pause the game, leave Captura. There you go. Awesome. We're out. And that is the dialogue skipped. So you do that as a newer player. You can do that with the Syndicate vendor as well if you're Master Egg free. But because we're not at that yet, then we can't do that yet. So, or this is just going to be like, install the thing now, and we're going to do that. But yeah, what was I talking about? Nightwave, missing the mark. Lucky Prem and Vault Prime got involved. I'm going to go ahead and get myself those in this account. But this is the Nightwave thing over here, which I can't access yet. I don't know if there's like an MR lock on that because, you know, I haven't been on a new account ever since they introduced it, but it's a cool system. And if they iterate on it and they take the feedback from both new player, veteran player, casual player, hardcore player, you know, all that jazz, then they will definitely get a better system next time around, I want to say. I think it came into the game a little bit late. Like, they kind of threw it in as like a band-aid piece of content, I want to say. Because it's like, we don't really have anything proper to throw into the game right now. Of course, the lore in Nightwave is great. But, you know, as for it feeling like a proper piece of content that I can really sink my teeth into and experience for the first time, Nightwave, apart from the little lore increments that they've been releasing every couple of weeks, you know, it just isn't it. Like, I put up a Twitter post that was like, Nightwave Season 1, ain't it, Chief? Or whatever it is. Season 1, Rotation 1. I don't know. The first episode of Nightwave just ain't it, Chief. That's what I'm gonna... That's my thoughts and opinions. And that's a neuroptic thing. We need those neuros, because most of the weapons that are recommended to you as a newer player require a lot of neuros. So if you're playing through the game casually, you're just watching this as kind of like a playthrough, go ahead and pick up as many neuros as you can, because you're gonna need them for a lot of things. The Boltor, the Heck being, I would say, the two most notable, right? So you need neuros for those. I want to go for that vent. There you go. Awesome. This is the right way? Yeah, it is. Another vent. Cool. We stealthed our way in, even though we didn't really have to. Is Darvo here? No, he's in the other one. Hey, bad guy. You're dead. Omega lol. Awesome, great. It feels really, really good being able to sit behind the microphone and the computer and just play Warframe and talk about Warframe and all that jazz. This is something that I haven't done for, like, I want to say a year, dude. Like, just going out of my way to make a YouTube video and share an experience with the people who are watching. Like, that is something that... That is something that I've kind of kept unique to Twitch ever since I've jumped into full-time streaming. And I have a video planned for talking about my experience streaming Warframe over the past 2 years as well. And that should be coming out this month too. Not too sure when, but, you know, it's definitely something that I have planned. Because May, June, July, August is whenever YouTube and stuff starts to pick up again throughout the year. So now is whenever people are going to be watching more often. So now is going to be whenever I'm posting a lot more content, so to speak. So, you know, expect a lot to come. I didn't really start 2019 off the way that I wanted to with YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, because like the burnout with Warframe was ridiculous. You know, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the burnout with Warframe right now has been the worst that it's ever been, ever, I think. Like, we have so many cool systems in Warframe, but just nothing to do, man. Nothing to do. Let's see what I want to throw in first. Obviously Vitality, right? Obviously want Vitality so we can, you know, take a little bit more hits and not embarrass ourselves and die, because that would not be epic games at all. Speaking of Epic Games, Borderlands 3, guys. That's gonna be a fun and cool game whenever it comes out. I plan on covering that as well. Probably gonna do like a play-free or something. I have no idea. But I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are as well. Some guys are going out to LA to do the gameplay reveal stuff. I got invited out to it, but didn't want to go. So just want to wait for the game to come out, because Borderlands is such a really fun series. I didn't want to ruin it for myself, you know? Like, of course it's cool to be invited out and play these cool things early, but like, you don't want to taint the experience for yourself, especially somebody who plays the video game for a job. Of course, like, in terms of viewership and whatnot, like, having that early footage or something is going to be great for your channel. But in terms of the overall longevity of it, keeping it fresh for yourself and keeping it fresh for your audience, like, you don't want to overload people with, hey, here's Borderlands gameplay, or here's early Planes of Avalon gameplay, or whatever the case may be, you know? Whatever you get invited out to early, you know? You don't want to overload people, and I think that one of the really cool things about being an online content creator is the fact that you get to experience things with your audience, right? And that's why I love Twitch so much, but I also hate Twitch a lot, because, like, you know, you get to experience with your audience, but whenever your audience is feeling the burnout, you're feeling the burnout too. So, like, everybody's kind of running around like, what do we do? What do we play? You know, because, like, we all love Warframe, and we're all going to love Borderlands, I think, you know? Depends how many of you guys here watching are interested in it, but, you know, it's going to get to the point where we just get burnt out, and it's not so much to do with the video game, it's more to do with the state of the gaming industry at the minute, right? Just really, really lackluster games are being put out because of what massive game publishers and whatnot think that they can get away with, right? So it's like, sure, you know, you might have maximized profit with microtransactions and fucking pre-order sales and all that stuff, but you've left like a omega sour taste in people's mouth whenever it comes to your video game, because, like, your video game did nothing to spike up the players' interest whenever the game actually came out. So it's like, people are going to be just more reluctant to buy your games long term, which is why the free-to-play model was so successful and popular now, because, like, there's no investment, right? Like, if you don't like the game, like, you didn't really lose anything apart from your time. And the reason I said down is because I was going to move on to your download, right? Because some people have limited internet, so, you know, there's that, which sucks if you have that limited internet, that limited bandwidth, because you can't just download free-to-play game after free-to-play game after free-to-play game. You gotta hop into a Twitch streamer, watch a video or read a review or something about it and be like, maybe I'll like this game, maybe I won't like this game, I don't really know. It really all depends, but I just think it kind of sucks that that's the stage of, or that's the state of the gaming industry at the minute, where people are super reluctant to just try a video game, right? So, like, I'm gonna hold off for like a month, and realistically, like, that's what people have to do, you know, because of the circumstances that they might be in financially or with their ISP or whatnot, you know? It's like, it sucks omega balls. It sucks huge balls. Look at Anthem. I have a Nyx blueprint? How did I get that? What? This is a weird account, dude. How did I get that? I'm not even at Forward yet. Did I get that from a login? I've only logged into this account 4 times, and each time was an attempt to make a video. There's no way I got a Nyx blueprint. Well, I guess it's foreshadowing for us to get Nyx. That's interesting. But for any of you guys who are just interested in what's going on in the game, we're still going for the prologue quest, and I'm going to be doing this video until the prologue quest is done. Let's go ahead and skip that dialogue. Let's do that tactic, because Darvo talks for a while here. And he's just like, oh, dude, I can help you out. We can find the resources. That's my Darvo impression. D should hire me as a voice actor. I think that I would do them justice, right? Awesome. Let's see. Let's go. I think this is, yeah, this is the mission that I think it is. So this is like your introduction into resources in Warframe. How it's communicated to you in this video isn't actually how you would necessarily farm resources. Like this mission is like, go here and open this container to get the resources, which sure, you can do that, but that's really, really slow. Whenever you're just casually playing, the large majority of your resource drops is going to come from just enemy kills. So you kill the bad guy and then they drop the resource and all that jazz, and then yeah, or you have these little things right here which you can go ahead and destroy. Like we destroyed the Neurode thing earlier on in the video, and we got a Neurode from that. But the Neurode is a rare resource, so you know it's a little bit more harder to find, right? Like just from enemy drops and whatnot, without having the Warframe that allows you to do the thing, reroll the drop tables whenever an enemy dies, like Desecrate Necros, or is it Pilfering Strangledome they called it for Korra? Yeah, it's Pilfering Strangledome, or I think it's Pilfering Swarm for Hydroid. So that's a mod that makes his fourth ability and Korra's fourth ability, the Pilfering Strangledome, work like Necros's third ability, Desecrate. I think it's his third ability. Yeah, it is. So yeah. There's our polymer bundles. We open that up, and resources, yay, fun. I just want to skip to this next thingamablobber. Thought I hit him? I did. Got the hit marker. Hi, Vor. Thank you for taking up half my screen, my dude. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. That was the wrong one. Dope. So, one thing that I want you guys to know is whenever I was walking up that container, you could hear like a little dinging noise. You're gonna be required to find rare containers in missions later on in the game. They're gonna have that same dinging noise. So if you're new to Warframe, keep that ringing, dinging, whatever noise you want to call it, keep that noise in mind, because you're gonna need to listen out for it in, I guess the best example I can give you would be Plains of Eidolon or Valis bounties, where you're required to find the caches, right? So they're going to be scattered around. There's going to be free caches scattered around a certain area. It's going to appear in your minimap. You got to look around there, and then they're going to give off that ringing noise, and then it's going to help you find them. So make sure to be using a headset. Of course, Warframe's a super casual game, so you don't need to have the most expensive headset in the world. Just have a set of earphones, which have, you know, left and right. So, you know, which way is which audibly, I guess you could say. So okay, let's go to the Foundry and craft the thing. Ascaris Negator. Cool. You can rush this, but the dialogue's gonna happen, so, you know, you're better off just waiting out. Let Vor take up half your script again, you know. The lip sync is really, really bad. So just wait for it. Lotus, do something. Oh my god. Lotus isn't gonna do anything, by the way. Massive spoiler. So, that's a thing. Just have to wait for this to craft, and then we use it, and then yeah, claim it, exit out. And then Vor's gonna keep on talking. This bit's a little bit finicky. Just have to wait for it. Build the countermeasure. I did that, Ortis. You exit out. War talks again. Here we go. Yay! We did it. Insert the Pokemon obtained item theme from the old Pokemon games. The only reason that came to mind is because I was watching like Pokemon videos a couple of nights ago about how there's like this void zone in the Pokemon games that you can glitch yourself into by doing some weird sort of stepping motions around that it bugs the game or the RAM on the device or the cartridge or whatever, and to think that you're in an area that you're not in, so it's going to load up wrong parts of the game, so you can clip out of bounds and then get to basically anywhere in the game. And it's what speedrunners do to complete the game in under an hour, which I thought was pretty unique, you know, pretty unique indeed. But after Lotus shuts up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kill Vor. Now, I do have the dialogue turned off because I like being able to talk in my videos about Lotus going on in my left ear about the thing that she happens to be talking about at whatever point in time, because let's be honest, she's got too many voice lines. So that's the thing. Operator, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the animation to end so I can, you know, interact and go do the thing. Obtain the nav segment. Okay, so we got to do this and then we kill Vor. This and then more. That's how it's done. Awesome, cool. So, yeah, this is a pretty easy mission as well. You get an option at the end of this mission to, you know, go save the colonists, or don't. Saving the colonists doesn't get you anything. They're gonna be reworking the beginning of the game again, despite the fact that in interviews they said that no matter how many times they rework the beginning player experience, the retention doesn't stay the same, or no, doesn't change at all. Sorry, it stays the same. It doesn't change. So unless you're doing it for a lore element and a world building element, I don't get it. But I mean, adding in tutorials, like a few tutorials would be nice, but I don't know. Warframes will make it confusing. Like, it doesn't get it's not confusing at the start of the game. I mean, I suppose it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't. At the start of the game, it's just like, haha, you're dead, bad guy. If you are able to hit them, unlike me, you know. You're dead, bad guy. And then, look, I can zap you, Omega lol, and you're dead again. That guy's dead, that guy's dead. You know, all that cool stuff. But, it gets more confusing the more you play, but it also gets easier the more you play, because you're going to get more endo, you're going to be able to upgrade your mods, so content isn't too hard. Depends. It really depends how much you sort of skip content, I guess, so to speak, and maybe neglect upgrading mods. Like, maybe you're, you know, not spreading your endo out evenly, I guess you could say, and you're just focusing on upgrading like vitality and Serration, and you're neglecting upgrading Hornet Strike. And for those of you who are watching Warframe for the first time, vitality is your health mod, increases your health. Serration is your damage mod for your primary weapons, increases your damage for those. And then Hornet Strike, if you were, you know, upgrading Serration but neglecting Hornet Strike is the damage mod for your secondary weapons, right? So let's say you were investing in all of your endo, which is the resource you use to upgrade your mods to make the bonuses higher. If you were just upgrading vitality and Serration, neglecting your Hornet Strike, and not investing into the three of them evenly, then you have a nice large health pool and a decent performing primary weapon, because keep in mind, you're going to be a newer player, so you don't have the best weapons in the world or all of the mods to make them, you know, insanely overpowered. And then you're going to have a useless secondary, right? So if you ever run out of ammo, or you rely on your primary weapon, then you're pretty much SOL, you know? So it's really, really important to spread your endo out evenly, I find, as a newer player to the game, because, I mean, you're not going to be wasting it all, and you're just going to have more overall, because it's going to cost a lower amount to, you know, put a rank into Serration, and then put a rank into Hornet Strike, and then put a rank into Vitality, than it would be to just constantly increase the ranks of, you know, Vitality one time, and then Serration the next time, and then, you know, jumping back to Vitality again or something, and investing in just one category of weapons, I guess. So yeah, this is War. Just shoot him in the head with your bow and arrow or your Bratton or whatever, and he's gonna stagger back, or he's gonna spawn in the bad guys, zap them, so, you know, they get stunned and all that jazz. Let's do some fancy, I want to say parkour, movement tech. Nah, not movement tech. I don't know, it's not that advanced, dude. I'm just bullet jumping. Let's see. There we go. That guy died. That guy died. Let's see. Can we hit a headshot? No headshot. What about now? No headshot? I mean, he's got shields, so we got to get those down first. We can swap to our Leto. Let's see. There we go. There's a cool headshot. Awesome. Can't destroy the barrel. Zap him. That guy died. Get rid of the shield. Cool slash proc. Slash proc is a damage over time effect, which appears with the little, that icon right there that you just seen in that bad guy. That's what a slash proc is, and that's going to, there's technicalities to it. There's a bleed multiplier and whatnot, but I cover that in my beginner guide series. You want to check that out. But basically, the more damage you deal to the enemy, the higher the damage over time is going to be. That's a simple way to put it, and I think slash proc either lasts for 6 or 8 seconds. I think it's 8 seconds off the top of my head, but that might be wrong. So yeah, that is a thing, and that is also the prologue quest pretty much over. So this is my From Zero series, and I'm gonna be like investing maybe an hour or 30 minutes or something into this account every single day, so you guys constantly have this sort of constant source of Flynn, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing next? What would you do guide that is on my YouTube channel and constantly being posted. So hopefully you guys enjoy this and learn from it and follow along with it and all that jazz. And if you want more in-depth information and more of a checklist type of guide, instead of me rambling and talking about stuff that may not be of any concern to you, then, you know, that's what the beginner guide is for, just straight to the point, all that jazz. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching the first ever episode of From Zero. That's what this this guide is called, and you can go ahead and add the account. Don't gift me anything, though. If you are somebody who is watching and you know, like the series, please don't give me anything apart from cosmetic stuff. You know, cosmetic stuff is fine, but don't give me slots, don't give me potatoes, don't give me anything like that. I want to show people how to earn platinum the legit way and use Warframe.market and sort of do all my daily stuff on a daily basis and just show the overall progression of this account over like a year or something. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead, hit that like button below. And if you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.